Hi, Umesh. We're meeting after a long time.
Yeah.
How does it get better than this? Hello, everyone. Thank you for this mostly Monday's call, which is on a Tuesday today. And I'm glad that you could still join in. And we're going to be talking about a couple of things. Is Pari there? I wonder, because she always posts what she would like to hear, but she then doesn't show up on the calls, which is strange. Hmm.
Kavita,
It's a
your
beautiful
background is
view
so
showed up.
amazing.
Yeah, I
Huh?
was also saying the same thing. Now it looks so beautiful.
It is
Kavita,
so
oh,
beautiful.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
so beautiful. I'm like, do I look at Kavi or do I look at the background?
No, look at both. Okay, I'll show you. I'll show you. This is how it
Yeah,
is.
that,
Oh
And this is a
God.
view from my, I know, but this यहाँ पे light बहुत है, so you won't be able to see, but that's
Huh.
how it is. It's from our,
oh wow.
Which
So
part of
beautiful.
Himachal is this, Kavi?
this is called Rampur Bushahar.
Acha, acha.
So very isolated, but I think it falls in Kullu.
In
So yeah. So
Well,
so coming back to what access, what we were to talk about, some people have asked for structures of morality, and Ruchi has asked for imperfection. So thank you, Ruchi, for asking a question. What, as per you, are imperfection? See, perfection is a trap, is a jail that you will lock yourself up in because you will constantly have to judge yourself for right or wrong. I want to be perfect at this, and now that's we've been hearing it since we were kids, right? That only when you have to master the art, you have to be perfect at it. Now what is which means if you're not perfect, you're imperfect. That's the only definition you get, right?
Yes, correct.
So what if I tell you that, and Gary says this, that perfection is nothing but a trap. And it is that's why there is this body process on sequencing systems or drug induced scenarios, perfectionism. Now perfectionism is where you lock yourself up and you do not go beyond. You're like constantly trying to, like, no, 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 only when I'm perfect I want to put that video up, right? I get that. But if that was the case, then below auntie would not have been out, because we don't have the perfect setup, we don't have the cameras, we don't have the costumes, we wouldn't be there.
Right.
So it's just about, okay, when you start rolling, it's like, you get the entire universe contributing to you, people coming up and saying, hey, you know what, would you like a better setup of camera? Oh, we could do this, we could do that. Slowly you will get there, and you may never get there, but if you have a judgment or a point of view regarding that, you will definitely not be out there. And that's a way of keeping you in the hiding. So when
Mhm.
Sarita asked, like, can we talk about hiding, it's about, is this how you hide yourself from people so that you never show up as you, because you
Mhm.
mm,
feel that you're not perfect. So
Yeah. There is somewhere the perfect and imperfect comes when you go in hiding.
yeah, so now
Absolutely.
the whole thing is, if my background is not perfect, I can't show up the way I am. What if
Uh,
you could show up with all the scars, the marks, the everything, and have no filters, and then just be you and say, hey, you know what, today I had a bad hair day, and be okay with it, and have no point of view about it, that okay, now I'm not looking perfect, so I don't need to, I wouldn't go there. Right. So, and that the same thing follows when we talk about deficiencies. What do you think are you deficient in? There are people who, I mean, of course, you get to know it from doctors that you are, and no offense to them, they're really good and they've studied what they studied, and they are going to diagnose you for being deficient in something, right? And it's something like, some people have a gift of gab, some people have a gift of uh, listening, some people have a gift of dancing, some people have a gift, so there are different people with different gifts, right? So, and since you do not have that gift of gab, you're gonna feel deficient somewhere. Again, that's a way of judging yourself. Instead of asking what am I good at and what is my strength and what can I play with, you are going to limit yourself and stop yourself from a lot of things. So everywhere you've decided that only when you have mastered the art will you be out there. Can you please revoke, recant, resend, reclaim, renounce, and destroy, and uncreate it, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, thoughtful, line, short, voice, for and beyond. So it's about just showing up as you. What does that even mean? That, okay, I promised to you guys, and it's more than you guys, it's a promise to me that I'm going to show up even if there are like 5 people. I will be there. And it doesn't matter whether people show up or they don't, I am still going to do the call, right? Now, whether I am looking great or not, whether my background is looking great or not, doesn't matter. I am going to show up as me. And I'm there, like, bring it on. Would you like to judge me? Come on, throw your judgments. It's fun to play with your judgments. Obviously, I mean, I'm doing this for 10 years. I was not like this always, but now when I look at myself, I'm like, wow, I just love now to play with judgments. And having said that, am I out of judgment completely? Answer is no, I'm not. There will be areas where you will encounter yourself judging something or somewhere, something, some judgment. And is that even yours? No, it's not. Are you asking a question? No, Magic, are you asking a question? Okay, cool. Thank you. So it's about going.
You just said
Magic popping on
you
the
just
screen.
said
Yes.
that that judgment is not yours. That judgment is not
Yeah.
yours. Then I mean, I don't understand that. I am judging. So whose judgment is it if it's not mine?
So are you aware? See, when you do a lot of access, your awareness levels go phenomenally up. Okay. Now you're aware of other people's judgments, and because it fits into your satellite base, and you're like, oh, because I'm thinking I'm getting this judgment, so it must be mine. It's like a fraction of a second, and you're like, oh wow, I have these judgments about this thing, but the point is, it's not even yours. Are you aware of other people's judgments of you? And then you
Yeah.
make it yours. That. So who does it belong to? Or it's just an interesting point of view?
Aware of other people's judgments of me.
Yeah.
Yes, I am. But
and then if you're judging you back, that means you need to pardon talk that or do interesting point of view, because none of it is yours. You would come here with a blank slate.
I do two things when that happens. I ask myself that is there any merit in what they're saying?
Exactly.
And what is it based on? Or is it just that that person is coming from a place where they want to hit out?
But that's mostly the case. We judge others for what we are never going to do or choose, because we would like to do it, but we're not doing it. That's why we judge somebody else, because they're doing it. Oh, she thinks so much of herself, that kind of thing. And yes, what you're saying is it's like a wonderful question one can be in. What is the merit? I mean, are they really doing something for consciousness today? And if not, would you really, how relevant is it? So why would you merit that person's point of view or, judgment?
Not merit it, but think.
No, that's what Shannon says. That's what Shannon says. Why would you merit that person's point of view? And what the fuck did they do for consciousness today? If you could ask that question, that will change the way you look at things and look at people's judgments of you.
And that's something very simplistically, like if somebody says, you were so rude to me. So I know what I said and I know how I said it. So in that, at that time, perhaps I didn't realize that I was being rude. But when I reflect, I can tell that whether I was being rude. So then now.
But the point is are they putting you in doubt, Anju? No, but are they putting you in doubt? So that you have to always look at yourself and reflect. What is it that makes you go into reflection of the whole thing? Point is, what points of view do they have about what rude is? And see, we can only identify what we are. When we are rude, we know that, right? And when somebody else is being, suppose if I don't know what manipulation is, right, I will not be able to identify if somebody is manipulating me or not. Similarly, if I'm not that, I will not be able to identify that others are doing the same thing. But because if I'm stealing something, I will know that the other person is stealing here. And it's something like what we are. We kind of see that in others. If I feel that I'm a wonderfully nice person, would I not see that in the other person? I would. So we judge others for who we are. Hello. So if that person is talking about, oh, you so rude, like, what part of my sentence did you find rude? Or what part of my statement did you find rude? Could you elaborate more on that? Oh, did you not like my tone? I'm so sorry that you did not like my tone. I should have said it mildly. Because now that becomes manipulation. How are you putting it across? But why would you judge yourself for being rude?
Manipulation?
Isn't it? And why shouldn't it be?
I don't understand. Why? How is it manipulation?
Yeah, because see, we're not going into the wrongness of us, but at the same time, we're just asking the person, could you explain and elaborate a little more? And I should have spoken in a different tone. I missed that, and I'm sorry for that, but I'm not rude. You get it? You're putting it into perspective.
You're justifying yourself and putting it into
No,
perspective.
yeah, no, we're not justifying. We're just simply putting it across to the person. If the person comes confronting and is kind of there telling you something which you know that you're not, if you're not it, you're not it. You don't need to reflect on it.
Okay.
It's a choice you made in that 10 seconds, and it came out. And you said what was required, and if you could trust that anything that you want to say that is required is only going to come out of you, it'll be easier rather than
Another thing
judging. Yeah.
said little while ago, you said something about perfection. Okay. Now, even without realizing that perfectionist thing is so much a part of me.
Not just you.
You know,
there
like
are a lot of people. Yeah, a lot of people.
बचपन से the only thing you've heard.
Yeah.
Something, and I say, नहीं, ये ठीक नहीं लग रहा है. मैं करती
Yeah.
हूँ. I mean, I'm not trying to impress anybody else.
No, but
even for
it's you.
myself,
You
I
don't
have
need
to
anyone to stop you or to put you in a jail. You've already done that. You're very good at doing that. Have you ever congratulated yourself for doing that? We don't need anybody to do anything. We're now gaslighting ourselves. We are now doubting ourselves. We don't need anybody. We're the biggest enemy that we have. So it's our own jail of perfection that no, it's not really good. I can't put it out there. It's that.
Absolutely right. Like I said, even when I'm alone and there's nobody around, मेरे को अगर कोई चीज नहीं पसंद आएगी, मैं उसको 10 बार चेंज करूंगी.
I get that. So
to be perfectionist, and everything is actually perfect the way you do it.
Yes, and is it really
like
working for you? I'm not saying change it. If it's working for you, great, continue. But the point is, for a lot of people, that becomes a trap, that becomes a jail where they're not able to go beyond what they think has to be so right. It's about the addiction to being right.
It takes away so much
Muscle.
time. What time
No, because
निकल
exactly. So, and that's not fun.
I'm not liking it.
If you're not liking it, that's where, who am I being here? And simply, all the jails that I've locked myself up in to never show up as me, and all judgments I have about perfections. If you could just let that go, you will have ease with yourself. What kindness can I be to myself today by not judging myself and my creations?
But when something like that happens, like
Okay, yeah.
If I have something to do and I'm putting it aside because I'm tired or I just don't feel like doing, I feel guilty about it. Oh my God.
So again, that's a distractor implant. So that's again a distractor implant. Are you guilty? Then you just be present with that. Am I postponing it because I don't want to do it? Am I not being present with my ask and my creations? What is it, and what is stopping me from having to do it now? Because something that is very joyful, you will do it irrespective of whatever time it is. It could be 3 a.m. and you're like, hey, you know what? Let's just do this. Now that is a different energy. But if you're like really procrastinating and postponing, which we love to kind of label ourselves and judge ourselves that I am so lazy or whatever that is, just be in a question and ask, is this mine? Who does it belong to? And what am I not loving about this that I'm not choosing it right now? There is something which is getting you to, I'm tired. Who are you tired of? Would an infinite being be tired? Especially of things that you love doing. So stop. Yeah. So we have a beautiful way of kind of limiting ourselves, confusing ourselves, locking ourselves up and saying, hey, you know what, I am like this. And then we take pride in that, but there's nothing wrong in it. I'm not saying that you're wrong while you're doing what you're doing, but I'm simply saying, would you like to change that? And that could be fun. What fun can I have with the changes that I am not willing to acknowledge? Yes, Sumita, you have a question. Yeah, no, Anju, you're done? Okay.
Yeah, no. I was saying, like you said a little while ago, that you're putting yourself in the jail. So
Yes.
there are times when I feel guilty. अरे ये देखो इतने दिन से नहीं किया. Then I tell myself, no, skies are falling down.
Humanoids are excellent at creating guilt. You're not the only one. Trust me. People out here, they have more creative ideas than you would have to create guilt. Trust me. And we just love it, that how wrong am I to be doing this? So we just love that space that we have. And that's a distractor implant. And which of your parent did you pick it up from? And what do you love about your guilt? And do you love your personal hell? Because we love that hell of guilt that keeps you in again, guilt trap, which is there. Yeah. So what am I loving about my guilt? Or what do I love about creating my guilt? And all the distractor implants you can fucking put. Because see, it's a thing that you've been programmed for such a long time. If you're not going to do this for your mom, then you're a bad girl. And a bad girl must feel bad and guilty for making such a choice to not be there for her mother. Oh my God, that's so huge. And we learn it from our parents, don't we? We make them feel guilty for not providing us with something that we ask them. And then they do the same thing. And then we just playing the guilt game. Let's play the guilt game. And if you just look at it as a game, I mean, what lightness could you bring to yourself and to the planet? You can use it to your advantage, of course. I'm feeling so guilty for this, and then there's somebody who will be coming like, hey, you know what? I can help you with it. Okay, cool, do it. You can use it to your advantage. You don't need to feel terribly bad. Yes.
Of late, what is happening, is that I'm getting a bit fearful because it's
another.
I'll tell you.
One distractor implant over the other and the other and the other. That's so cool. I'm so fearful. You're doing access. You are not a fearful person. I'm so sorry to disappoint you with that.
No, I'll tell you what I'm fearful of.
No, but you're not willing to listen to me. You're not fearful. You're not. Are you excited about something? Even before going to a conclusion that I'm afraid, could you ask a question? Is this fear? Is this excitement? It feels the same. And what am I aware of? Anything that is fear, what are you aware of? Something underneath that. So can you acknowledge that's your awareness? It's not your fear. If you were afraid, you would not have gotten into access consciousness. That's what I'm saying. Sorry to disappoint you, sweetheart.
No, I'm happy if that is a disappointment. But
yes.
the thing is, I feel that देखो इतने काम करने हैं और मैं अगर कल मर गई तो क्या होगा? ये
तो
करना
करना
है.
नहीं है ना. No, how convenient is that? If you die tomorrow, you don't have to do it. How cool is that? Why would you think about when you're going to die? What you're going to be like? That's why the entities don't go. Oh, this was my unfinished business. I had to be here, so I can't go. Oh my God, I'm stuck here also. Everything that is, can you please pardon for that? So before you become an entity, just absolve yourself from all of these pressures that you're carrying. That okay, I may have to then stay over here even in the entity world because I've not finished certain things, and somebody else would have to. Just lift off those pressures. How pressured are you?
Very.
Then would you like to uplift it and make yourself lighter?
Every day I want to.
Want to is a lack again.
Yes.
Would you choose to? And what are the actions? What is it that you can do or be to change what you've been choosing up until now? So what is it that it requires to be changed? You can ask those questions and start implementing that slowly or maybe immediately. Go at your pace, whatever is light. Start choosing that rather than judging yourself for not doing it.
Mm-hmm.
We'll go into Sumita. Her hand has been up for quite some time. Yes, Sumita?
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Anju, for your
Sumita.
questions.
Yeah. Hi, Kavita. A lot of apprehensions have gone away with your clearing statements. I was also having some questions like this, but somewhere there is one fear, you can say, some tingling sensation is always there. So here I'm giving you one example. Someone's presence I don't like, really don't like. That person's presence makes me very uncomfortable.
Okay.
Energetically, that person is always present wherever that person is in the world. That person is energetically.
Sumita, hang in there. hang in there.
Yeah.
Are you aware? I mean, is that yours, or are you aware of their discomfort wherever they are? Because if they're present everywhere, guess what they're being? They're being a bridge, or they're just being omnipresent. And how uncomfortable would they be in their world? Are you aware of that? Or are you actually uncomfortable about they being there? What is it out of the two? Is that
I
yours?
can't figure out, actually. I
Don't use your
can't
mind.
figure out.
Don't use your mind. You push your barriers down and ask, is that yours? Or are you just aware of their discomfort that they've been carrying all along? They're not even aware of it.
Yes.
So everywhere you think that you're uncomfortable is probably you could engage in a conversation, and they, in 99% of the time, they will probably deny it, that no, I'm all okay. But point is that if you could just ask more questions around this, that
Right.
how uncomfortable are they, because they're always present for people or trying to support, contribute, whatever, but you're feeling uncomfortable with their presence.
Mm.
And even if, okay, 1%, we consider it is yours, then what part of it is uncomfortable for you?
The entire, but that the person name only itself is, uneasy.
So, yeah, so,
And the
what is
thought of
it?
it, that person might pop up someday, that person's might come someday and stay. And
Yeah.
that whole thing, that scenario
Correct.
goes at the back of
So then ask a question, what is it? What can I do with
Mm,
it? Can I
okay.
change it? If so, how can I change it? Again, it's about asking a question, not going into the conclusion of, oh,
Okay.
this is it. So now what can you receive from uncomfortable people? And what can you create in that discomfort? Because, when you're comfortable, there is no change and you don't really create greater. And what if you could
Mm.
just be comfortable with the uncomfortable? And then what is it that you can receive? And that
That
made
is
you laugh.
what is.
And what can you receive? What can you create? And what can you generate? If you just ask that question, it'll be much lighter for you. We are so afraid of going into the uncomfortable territory. Point is,
Yeah.
if we are if we push our barriers down, if we pog every judgment we have about what uncomfortable is, there's so much that you can create. Going to a gym is very uncomfortable, correct?
Yeah.
But if we
I
kind of do
hate
that,
it, Kavita.
I know, right? Then don't do it. Then do something else. But you can ask your body, but whatever, I'm saying some form of a workout or something that you would enjoy doing. And it's not, none of the workouts are comfortable, by the way, right?
Mm.
And when you start enjoying that a day or two and push your barriers down, oh, you start enjoying it to another level. It's fun. Body is enjoying that movement that you haven't been giving your body up until now.
That's what, I basically, I may have been concluded that I don't want to get into that zone of
That's so
creating
that all your
something.
conclusion, so all your presumptive
Yes.
realities with
Yes.
people like them, because there would be a universe where there'll be more of such people. So you're basically
Yes.
putting up a wall there that
Yes.
no, I don't want to see that. Now you put a wall up against one person, right? One
Mm.
person block. But is that just one person or everyone on the screen right now? If I'm putting up a wall only towards
Just
you.
one person. Yeah. Just
Yeah,
one
but no, am I
person.
blocking out everyone or am I just blocking out
No.
you? Everyone,
You
right?
block me.
No, am I not?
Yes.
How can I just
Yeah,
block
you
you?
are
I'm
blocking.
blocked.
Yes.
Blocking
Yes.
out everyone.
I think that I'm blocking
Yes.
you, but fact is I've blocked everyone out. So
Yes.
that's
True.
how cutely we kind of cut off our receiving. And we're like, no,
Yeah.
but I'm open to receiving. I don't know what's going on. But yeah,
Yes.
what's going on
Seriously,
is that
this is what is
you put
happening.
a wall against
Yeah.
against one person, which is a wall against everyone else, and you're not even aware of it.
Yes.
And if you could just see there are people who could be assholes. So what can I receive from assholes today? Yeah, that's what.
True.
What can you receive from stupid people? If you had no judgment of stupid people, they would come, contribute, and you'll be like, hey, cool, nice knowing you. Bye bye. Where are you
Thank you
becoming
so
the
much,
fifth
Kavita.
element? By you want to save them, you want to change them. No, they're not here for that. And can you be an allowance of that? Because a lot of people are not interested in what we are doing. And that's okay. I used to judge those people that I'm now into consciousness. So I became a superior cunt. I'm more conscious than so many. Yeah, but then I'm judgmental as fuck because I was judging others who were not doing it. how does that change anything in you? Because they're probably less judgment they have of themselves than you while they're not in consciousness. Everything that I brought up or brought down, can we let that go now? Right, wrong, good, bad, proper, client, short, boys, for bad and beyond. So, any question anyone has, and we can just go on to the question. Who was asking for what? Let me just see. Yeah.
So,
So
Kavita, hi.
Hi, Himani. Hi.
Yeah, thanks, Kavita. Thank you so much. It makes
Thank you,
Thank
Sumita, for your
you.
question.
Thank
Yeah,
you
thanks.
both, Miss Chopra, and the last questions. I was resonating it completely.
Yeah.
I loved it wherever I did that pop or I resonated. So you said your body, if your body is asking for this, then just give this, and then whatever your body is asking that, and whatever. But what if your body is just so lost and you can't be
No,
dependent
no,
on
no, no, no.
medicine?
So do you think nature is lost or are we lost in nature?
We
Nature,
are lost.
body, yeah, we are lost. The being is probably feeling lost. The body is like nature. Okay. Body is not lost. But our connection with the body is lost. And if what will it take for us to reestablish it or reconnect with it and know what the body is asking? And the quickest and the easiest way is do muscle testing. And that is a muscle that you will have to build to trust your body and not because the being is a smart aleck, it will just fool it around and say, hey, you know what, my body is saying this. No, but the body was never asking
So
for it.
yeah, you pointed out a very good thing. I know, but I keep forgetting. Like you again mentioned, is it fear or is it excitement?
Excitement, yes.
But 99% of the time, if I'm perceiving it as fear only. Maybe it's exciting
If you're
also.
perceiving, then is it yours? Because 100% of the time, what we're perceiving is not ours; it's of people around us. Are they afraid of you, and are you giving them what they are anticipating? That okay, I'm afraid of this woman.
I'm not doing anything.
No, I
I
mean,
think
what I
I'm.
mean, I'll tell you. I'll give you an example where you know what, you're perceiving their fear that oh my god, I hope this girl doesn't talk about it. Okay, they're afraid of you, and then you are afraid because you're perceiving their fear, and then you stop yourself and lock yourself up, and you're like, I'm so
Yeah.
afraid, I wanted to say it and I didn't say it. Oh my god. Yeah, but just
No,
be
but
true to
maybe I
yourself.
have crossed that barrier of saying. I do say. But
Mhm.
then there is a big but. Why does this big but comes always?
You tell me, where are you using the you had to change your vocabulary on buts, right? We are not going to use the word but because that has changed, but which means that has you've nullified the first statement, and now whatever exists is existing. So if you did not have to use but, know that something is not changed and
Hello?
probably something is still you're still holding on to.
And who does this belong to?
Totally.
And what is it?
Yes. And are you being the fifth element? The fifth element is being the unsuccessful savior of humanity. See
I
you
don't know what to
laughing.
say.
Yeah, but you're trying to save other people from what you could be, and the explosive
Yeah,
reality you have, people are afraid of that.
yeah, I agree.
Okay.
100%.
So it's something like, I may want to wear a bikini, but I have my own judgments and body shaming and all the points of view I have, but someone else wearing it, I will judge that person because they can do it with so much ease and I'm not able to. I will have a judgment of them. Oh my god, what kind of a woman is she? She's wearing bikinis and showing it on social media. Disgusting. Oh wow, interesting. Given an opportunity, if you had no judgment of you, would you not want to do that? Would you not want to flaunt your body? Oh, please. Oh,
I
it's
would
only for
love to.
me. It's only for me. Bullshit. Then stop wearing sleeveless and halter necks and stuff and all. No, that's a lie, right? We judge others for what we're not choosing to be or do. While we would like to, but we're not giving ourselves that space.
Yes.
So
Thank
if
you.
you could be present with that, trust me, you're unstoppable. We
I'm just
are
feeling a little
unstoppable.
more heavy the moment we started talking with this topic. I
Mm.
don't know what form of lightness is
No, so when you
happening.
say I don't know, so no. So heavy is what lies are you perceiving and who does it even belong to? Heavy is a lie, right? So what lies are you aware of? What lies have you given to yourself? A
Tons
zillion
of them.
lies. Yeah, right. And you buried yourself under those lies. And now you're like, I feel so heavy. I don't know what to do. But I don't know. It's like, is it even yours? None of it. When we say sorry, how you've now aligned and agreed with it, or maybe you have resisted and reacted to it, but it's still not yours. So everywhere I bought it as mine, I now pocket pop that.
Yes. Thank
Because
you.
yeah, you making different choices. You're not willing to bow down to some stupid
Yeah,
shit.
definitely.
So
Definitely.
that now it takes a lot of courage to stand up for yourself. And that's the kindness that we're talking on. Right? So true kindness is based on total awareness. So are you willing to be totally aware and not judging anything?
Yes.
And kindness does not is willing, is what is kindness? Kindness is being willing to be as mean as you need to be to the person who needs that who requires that meanness. You're not giving them anything else but meanness, because they are what they're asking you to give it to them. Well, and kindness is knowing that the person has to have delivered, not delivering what you think you ought to say. You're not saying something that you want to say. You're saying something that they possibly can receive, even if it's like an abuse or cuss word or whatever. That's their journey. They're
What if
asking for it.
I'm being a portal of kindness?
And so are you being walked all over? Are you talking about portal of kindness? Is that your way of saying I'm a doormat? And everyone walks all over me and I'll be like, okay, fine, I'm the kindness,
No.
That's not kindness.
No.
So when you're being true joy, okay, and
Yeah.
kindness is a choice. When you're being that true joy, that is kindness. It's ability to see what somebody can receive and give them only that. That is kindness. Are you giving that to yourself? You surely could be a portal, but for entities. But yeah, so
My God,
you need to
I'm
be.
muting myself. People don't know me and I don't want to give the witch laugh. I'm sorry.
No, but that's okay. They are all used to it. So you say now again, that's being the fifth element. Oh my God, people will probably burn alive if I'm going to laugh.
कई
I'm such a
तारीख है भाई
witch.
Yes.
Everything that is, can you destroy and uncreate? Because that's
Yeah.
where we stop ourselves. You've already come to a conclusion, or probably you've already perceived what the people on this call, the other 25 or 24 people will be judging, and then you're like giving them what they're asking for. Why would you do that? See,
No.
on social media also, you can be trolled. It's a pack of bullshit. We're giving
Yeah,
bullshit.
it
Let
is.
people buy it, and people love to buy bullshit. So what's stopping you from throwing it more, or like creating more of that and giving it to them,
Just
and not
more
judging
guts,
yourself?
courage, and more creative.
Yeah, creative shit. That's also fun, and it doesn't require courage. It just requires you to be you. That does require courage, yeah, of course. Like you being you and just being out there. Why do you think that people who have a zillion followers, why would they be having zillion followers? Is because they're willing to be different. They're willing to be who they are, and they have no point of view about it. Unless of course, we make it
Something
about the
popped
first
up in
call.
my head. Can I just say?
Yeah, please do that.
They have so many managers and people fucking managing for their
Interesting
man.
point of view. Yeah. So what? I mean, you think you need managers to manage you? You can
No.
just, if you're creative, exactly, right? So you're laughing at your own joke. What are you willing to be? You're different and you can manage it all by yourself also. Yeah, there will come a day
Yeah,
when
but
you can.
sometimes I just, if I can't cope up, then there's a little bit of unprofessionalism, or you're
And
late, or like whatever.
so,
I know.
can you allow yourself to be inconsistent? I am so
I
inconsistent.
am so fucking inconsistent.
And can
That's
you
the
enjoy
fucking
that
problem.
and not judge it? That's exactly what I'm saying. What if you didn't have to judge yourself for that? That's
It's not
exactly what I'm
me.
saying.
It's everybody around me, my mom, my dad, my family. They are the biggest judgment holders.
Yeah.
As if
So
I'm
can
going
you
to
be
get
an
a medal, which
allowance
I'm
of?
never going to get. I
Can
don't
you be an
want.
Can you hear me? Can you be in allowance of others judging you for whatever they're judging you for? Can you be in allowance of that?
Yes.
We are such control freaks. We don't want people to judge us apart from what we think that the judgment should be. Isn't it amazing? That okay, I can only be a good person and a nice person. Why do they have some? You can't be anti that, right? I mean, don't give me a bad judgment. Come on. No. So can we be in judgment? So in allowance of their judgment of us? Let them. You need to just work on your allowance.
Yes.
They will think. My family thinks whatever crap they think. Today we're not even connected, right?
You're
And
strong, Kavita.
no, and so are you. Come on.
You
Stop.
are you also have your low
No.
days, but then you come
No.
back. You do a
Yes.
comeback.
Yes, I do. But the whole thing is that are you willing to? I'm on a
Yes.
journey. I'm not saying I've arrived in life. The point is, yes, we all have our whatever journey, adventures.
Yes.
And
Yes.
in that, there are some people who are never going to change their judgment of you. Can you be an allowance of that? Rather than
Yes.
telling them, hey, you know what? No, I'm really nice. Look at me. I'm such a good person. Why aren't you seeing it? The world can see it. Why can't you see it? No, you're not going to do that.
No, I can't. I can't do that.
I can't is an AI. So all the AIs creating that, holding it in place, can you please just turn and create? It's a
Yes.
program given to us when you say I can't. Point is, right now I'm not choosing to, that's a different thing. But I can't, no, humans can do anything. You just have to be willing to. You may not
I'm
crack it on the day
brilliant.
one, but you will crack it nevertheless.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I love you.
Love you. Thank you. Thank you for all your questions, but we haven't addressed it all. We'll come again next week, Monday, with what is it that you would like to know? What is it that you would like to hear? What is it that you would like to discuss? Rather than me giving you a monologue, I would like to like this to be more interactive. Yeah. So you can drop in your topics, and we'll combine a few and then talk about it and get you out of your funk, of your wonkiness, the whatever stuff that you've been in, and change the insanity on planet. At least give it a shot.
Thank you, Kavita.
So, thank you so much, and sending you a lot of nature energy. Whoa, to all of you.
Thank you. Receiving all
Thank
with
you.
gratitude.
Yes.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much and enjoy your